What is happening, everybody? As y'all can all see, I'm back at it again. And as always, it's a blessing, an honor, a privilege, and it's also a continued commitment that I have been making from day one. As you all see, I'm here, I'm thrilled, I'm happy, I'm excited. I hope you all are too, as well as I am. But for tonight's message, of course, it's going to be something uplifting. Hopefully, not only that, but it's something motivating, but also helpful for anybody out there that's listening, tuning in, or who's interested in hearing something uplifting. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the topic. Take y'all times. There is no need for rushing, because once again, either way it goes, we're gonna get tonight's message out the way. But we're gonna prove our point. But now and then, but we're gonna also be thrilled about what is being spoken, but also be looking forward to seeing things change as well as improve amongst all of us each and every day. So, all right, let's get it going. All right, well, we got our topic in. Y'all take y'all time. I'm gonna go ahead and, of course, I got a little fruit, so hey, I might snack and eat and drink a little bit while I'm doing my message, but don't allow that to be a distraction from what's tonight's message. But of course, yeah, what I'm about to tell you all, of course, as you can read within the topic, this is something that we all have to continue to do. Always understand the important things of your life, and not only but what it is that you're going out for. Now, always remember that when you're taking the extreme measures in life to not only go after something, do know that that's a big step that you're taking, which means that you're not going to, you don't, you don't want to take things of what you're doing lightly, meaning not giving it enough effort and energy that it needs to where it can motivate you to go into the direction that you're going in, or where it is that God is taking you. So sometimes the things that we plan for or that we're looking so forward to be thrilled and happy to go forward with, what you have to understand and realize, you got to take that and realize it's very important that you, not just God, but you, are doing what it takes to make sure that no matter what you do in life, you're giving it everything. Don't ever shorten your abilities. Don't ever give less commitment to anything in life that is extraordinary, that is going to be not only life-changing to you, but show you a better example and a way to where you can be the lifelong voice or being something to somebody that needs to hear you. Now, don't ever think that within your life that no matter what you do, that it does not count. It does count. Always remember, you have to know within yourself, with you taking these opportunities, the opportunity within your life to at least do something, do understand that you're not going to just shorten your life, or as well as the chances of what it is you've been given. Because it's not a mistake that you were given these abilities in life. It's not a mistake that you're trying to find more levels within your journey to upbring and uplift yourself to accomplish these goals, these opportunities, or whatever this plan that God has given you the full ability to go after. Now, the one thing we often have to understand and realize, first and foremost, stop thinking that everything that you do in life is going to be easy, because it's not. There are challenges that you're going to face, but you got to know within those challenges, they're not to break you, but push you. Stop putting it within your mind and within your head that just because you don't have things, or just because you don't have certain people around you, or just because you're going through specific moments in your life that have become more depressing and more harder to you, that is it for you, and that you don't need to go any further because of things are getting difficult. Listen, everybody's been in a difficult situation within their lifetime. Even those that are still obviously making a name for themselves, who've obviously been doing things, been pushing themselves, but also understanding that a lot of the experiences and the things that they've dealt with and gone through, in the midst of those times and moments, all they have been is not an anchor, but it's been a bit of motivation to them, or as well as within you. No matter what you face, no matter what you go through, always remember that, hey, if the saying is, what don't kill you makes you stronger, that is a true saying. So meaning, if you're going through something in your life and it has not put you in a state of mind of, you know what, I'm ending my life, where it's suicide, depression, or if it has not put you in a state of mind where once again you're taking pretty much the more easier route to quit while you're ahead and not go forward, when knowing that all that you're going through, it's never considered a punishment. It's never considered to be a lifelong, long-lasting commitment of devastation. That's not true. What you're experiencing is the same thing that everyone else within your lifetime or within their lifetime has experienced. I don't care what nobody tells you. But you got to know within yourself, you got to know within your mind, your heart, your spirit, you're making something extremely and extraordinary bigger than what it used to be. Because remember, it started off as a thought process. It was a thought process you had that God gave you an image and an opportunity to acknowledge. But within you doing that, you acknowledge, wait a minute, this is not just an image within me. This is something obviously that is planned, but also guaranteed. But what I'm trying to do is find more ways to acknowledge this, but see to it that it does not just become a figment of my imagination. If it's only going to be a figment of your imagination, then guess what? It's only going to continue to be real with you. And actually, I've stated this before. If only time you ever see things become real to you is when you're sleeping, dreaming, or doing anything of such like that, then think about it. It will only have its power and its ability of being real enough for you or to anybody out there that's listening. The only time it's real enough for you is when you're dreaming. But remember, a plan starts off as a thought of yours, as an image within your mind. But it can often become a full-on reality when you're taking the proper steps to not let it just be something you're thinking all the time. Or it's only good when you're imaging it when you're sleeping, when you wake up, it's obviously, oh, well, no, I guess I guess it was only good in the dream. No. Those are closer clues, closer ideas further opportunities that you're closing in on and that you're getting closer to, where it's not just for when you're sleeping or when you're constantly thinking about wanting to see this opportunity become a reality, when knowing it's already a full-on reality, but you're trying to see to it that it's not just a figment of your imagination, or you're just constantly imaging this because you only see it when you're sleeping. If it's not important enough to you now or only when you're sleeping, then guess what? You're only giving yourself half the commitment that you're lacking amongst yourself, to know that no matter what you do in life, do not ever think that you're going to get there by choosing to accept less effort and commitment to something extraordinary that you have prayed, worked hard for, and have been committing to from day one. Any plan that God has put in front of you, it has not already been guaranteed, but you got to understand and realize He does not want to continue to keep seeing you thinking that, oh, because you're praying to Him and asking of Him to give you something such as what it is that you've been praying and asking Him for, or wanting to see further and more along your life, and not only within your life, but also within your families. What you have to understand, He needs to see more in you. But He knows you can do it because He sees you get up every day to do something, yes, that you may not like, but you still take it upon yourself to do it because you got to start somewhere. If we were also guaranteed and promised, like how, for instance, back in the day, where basketball players, when they played in high school, before they put a stop to the opportunities from them jumping from high school to the pros, they had to put a stop to that because they started to see, okay, wait a minute, they're not even so much as giving college as an opportunity. So as long as you at least got a year of college, okay, then you can go pro. Back then, before that, before the NCAA and before people started to put a stop to that opportunity, you had NBA players such as pretty much the late great Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, I believe Tracy McGrady as well, LeBron James. You have all these fantastic athletes that jump from the levels of high school to jumping off into a big stage within a big league known as professional basketball. They went from high school to the pros, not knowing that, oh, wow, once I leave here, I got to get it going. But you got to also think the training is going to be totally different as well. So think about it. When you're wanting something extraordinary or something big within your life that you've been pursuing and going after nonstop, that only time you ever, if it was ever so easy for you to accomplish your goals and your opportunities straight out of high school or at an early age, because think about it, you got a lot of young, a lot of actors, actresses that started off in, like, for instance, movies very young and made an honest living for themselves. But yes, they might have faced a lot of bad choices, and they might have made a lot of bad choices and taken a lot of dark decisions that they made amongst their lives. Okay, yeah. But you gotta think, life is always a risk. Life is always a risk because, once again, you don't know what you're expecting when you continue to keep going, when you're also not understanding as to, wait a minute, what is going on here? But the one thing you must understand in your life, you got to make things important enough, not only for you and the life that you got, but it's always exciting to share what you have amongst others. Now, this is something that I'm opening my eyes to everybody. If you got people in your life that don't want to listen, let their connection with God, or let the things that they choose not to listen to you about, let them have the conversation with him. And if they're not building their relationship or their connection with him, he's going to allow them to, okay, you don't want to listen, there's nothing I can do. You can't expect me to be your heavenly father and give you something when you're not going to want to listen. Whereas a lot of times we've all been there where we don't want to listen because we're thinking that what we're going through is not only difficult, but it's also hard. But it continues to get harder too. So no matter what you do in life, always remember, you have to know one thing and one thing only. You got to be confident within you to do whatever it takes, no matter what circumstances you experience. If within your life what you're doing is very important to you, then what you must understand and realize that you got to keep going, but you got to keep doing whatever it takes to see to it has every bit of meaning, power, as well as commitment that you are willing to not only go forward with, but you're going to continue to do, where it's not going to just be whatever. It's going to be whatever, all right, well, whatever. No, it's not whatever. If you want something amazing to happen in your life, you need to really know within yourself and think to yourself every day, I can't get up in the morning and immediately put it in my head to think that, oh, I'm going to wake up from sleeping and automatically be right where I want to be. If it was so easy, then guess what? Like I stated before, it wouldn't be as hard trying to accomplish it. So, if it was ever so simple and easy to become famous or to be a celebrity or be a star, if it was ever so easy for that, then guess what? A lot of times we wouldn't have to constantly push ourselves or put us in a situation where we feel like it's not possible, it's not guaranteed. It's not possible or guaranteed. But we also would not have to continue to keep putting ourselves in a position where we feel like it's more impossible to do something instead of thinking it's not possible to be done. I don't care what nobody says. You have to be faithful and confident enough to know you're taking an important risk within your life to know that one thing's for certain: you're not a mistake. You definitely weren't an excuse being thought of. You're not a failure, but you will fail. You're going to go through some moments, but those moments won't last forever. You're going to have some setbacks, but you got to overcome those odds against you. You're put on earth for a reason. Not a mistake that was being thought of or being put into use as a nobody. And trust me, I can keep on counting for however many times as possible. But I'm here to tell you and remind you, as well as myself, it's important to do everything it takes in life to not only be more, but to do more. So whatever it is within your life that you feel that's important, you must do it. Stop constantly expecting somebody to have a pity party, because guess what? We live in a world where people could care less about your feelings or care if you got something going for yourself or not. As long as they know if you are a golden ticket to something good, as long as they get their piece, they happy. But when they don't see it, that's when they gone. But guess what? Let them go. Because they weren't important anyway. They only were important to you when they knew that they were going to get something from you, because the only time they ever were around you when they knew that they could get something in return. That's when some people are only, important enough to you in your life, or when they're important enough for anything going on within their lives, is when they know, for one thing, okay, this person got my back. Or you know what, if something go on, I know I can rely on this person. The problem is, these people that often are within your life that are only there for seasonal timings and moments, they're only good was when they know that once again that they can rely on you. But don't just allow yourself to be known as someone who's reliable for them, but know that you're reliable for yourself too. To yourself first before you're reliable to somebody else. Because see, guess what? If they only want to be around you when it matters to them and not just you too, as they say, sometimes in life you gotta let things go. You cannot allow anything in your life, repeat anything in your life, to put a hole and a stop in the middle of the road of your pathway when you driving or you walking down that pathway to what it is God has for you. But do know that there are going to be some moments that you're going to face. But don't allow those moments to continue to put you in a situation where as if you're not going to get anywhere, but only staying right where you are. No, that's not true. You got a lot more to come, but you got to understand and realize that, hey, you got to stop putting it only within your mind. Feel it. Feel it. Know that you're going somewhere in life. At least know that you're going somewhere in life to where you're not only going to go forward with it, but that's only going to be a little bit closer to something, but it's going to open the doors for more. And as I'm getting ready to get off of this live here, I want each and every last one of you all to know that tomorrow, once again, is an accomplishment when you've been given the ability to awaken or to be awoken to go forward within this week or within that day. So no matter what you do, no matter what the day turns out to be, it's a step to something. But you got to keep on going to find out more things within not only your life, but within that pathway that God's leading you on. Okay? Today was another accomplishment as well. But there's always more to it, but you have to continue to know, no matter what you're going through, if it has not stopped you from going forward, then it just shows that it's only motivating you to continue to keep experiencing what you're dealing with and going through, to where you can successfully and happily be able to know that you're going to not only leave this world full of not only everything that you gave life, but not only that, but knowing that you lived life at its best abilities and possible within not only your life, but also the life that God allowed you, that you borrowed from Him but that he also gave you the opportunity to see that there was something in this world that was not only a possibility, but that possibility became a reality, and that reality became a full-on guaranteed plan that was not only lived out but guaranteed with more things on top of that and more things on top of that. So you all have a wonderful and amazing and a glorious evening, and praying, claiming nothing but more blessings, more opportunities, as well as chances, happiness, and more outstanding things to come throughout all things that you deal with, as well as even within myself. I'm grateful for. I'm thrilled and happy about it, and I look forward to many more, as well as I'm pretty sure each and every last one of you are looking forward to more as well. But as always, remain blessed, continue doing your best, and forever and always let God take care of the rest. For he's got more things for you to come. So don't ever think that just because you are accomplishing one day that you have not been given, that you're not going to possibly be given a chance to keep on going. Because there's another reason as to why you're here. And it's not just for dreams and full-on reality opportunities, but it's because you were a blessing in the beginning of it all. No matter what anybody thought or said about you. But do know that you do matter, and the things that you're going after, they matter too. Y'all have one for evening, man. Take care, sleep well, dream big, think bigger, but also continue to keep on going. Have one for evening, guys. Take care.